The joys of Twitter. Well, hello people. We come bringing you very important news about your local daily degenerate on Twitter. The best place, by the way, to find degenerates. It's like a playground, watching all these just kids throwing food on and shit at each other. But yeah, this is our daily degenerate. I would like you to meet our absolute heroine of the story, Ashley St. Clair. I don't know who the fuck she is, but she's verified, which means she's probably paid to win it. Probably paid for when you could buy the blue verification. I can't imagine that she's actually verified. And she says, my Delta flight from Phoenix appears to be flying migrants who cross the border and are being shipped as though they're fucking parcels to New York. When I asked the Delta representative if this was the case, his response was, what does it matter? They're humans too. What's happening? Like, fucking shaking her head, like, ruh-roh. Because apparently migrants aren't humans, according to her. I mean, that's just what it seems to be anyways. But she left us with this absolute little gem, this little
I'm at the Phoenix
lore
airport
update.
right now. I'm waiting to board my flight.
Then I'll come at this full screen. Yeah, that works.
I'm at the Phoenix airport right now. I'm waiting to board my flight to New York, to JFK. And it looks like we have a whole lot of migrants who are also boarding this flight that the U.S. taxpayers are paying for. This is what the U.S.
Are the US taxpayers paying for their flight tickets? And also,
No.
what is she? How are you supposed to tell that half these people are migrants? Like, what does? I mean, it's like that guy commenting saying that does she have a migrant detector or something? Like, that's a completely apt comment. Because how the fuck are you supposed to tell that these people are migrants?
Right here,
it just honestly sounds like
premium
racial
seats
profiling.
on Delta, that they have people coming here. We're paying for this, shipping them out to New York City because guess what? Everywhere else is at capacity. So they have these sanctuary cities like New York that they're now shipping these migrants to.
Sanctuary City sounds fucking great.
Kind of sounds like a corrupt place.
It does, to be honest. It kind of sounds like a place out of Fallout.
We're all
Yeah,
paying
sounds like
for
a
it.
place in a video game.
I'm at the Phoenix airport right now. I'm waiting to board my.
Yeah, that's it.
Saying that where apparently, well, I'm not a US citizen, of course, but she's saying that US citizens are apparently paying their taxes and they're going straight to ship people over to New York. I hate using the word ship in terms of people. It sounds like trafficking.
Well, yeah, that's what I was like, it kind of dehumanizes them.
And then I don't think this is satirical. I don't think she's clout chasing for this. I think she actually means this because in response to this comment, do you carry a portable migrant detector? She says, they're all carrying bags from the processing centre. Like they're actual fucking blocks of cheese just being processed through the airport. You doofus. Unlike you, I leave my house and have visited the border and processing centres.
Yep.
Fair play to you. She's seen the border, that means everything she says about the border is correct. If I was to ask her right now what's the exact measurement, the exact length of the border, she'd probably be able to tell me the width, height, and area of the entire thing.
Depth.
No doubt. Yeah, depth. This is how they turn every state into a border state. And our tax dollars are the funding for this disaster. Completely abhorrent. I will give it a 1 star on Yelp. Please do something. There has to be some sort of pressure that can be placed on these. You think the airlines need even more pressure? Bro, they've got fucking terrorists coming through. They've got, like, traffickers. Do you think they need even more pressure from Twitter degens?
They just want money. They don't want to deal with people like this.
This lady works for the Babylon Bee and creates fake news for a living. I mean, it's funny. It sounds believable, you know, I'm not gonna lie. And also, apparently she's the author of a book called Elephants Are Not Birds, which I think sums up her personality in a complete nutshell.
It's true, but it's very...
It's true, but it's blatantly fucking obvious. Actual just capitalising off nonsense. I can't believe you had to board a plane with people that have different skin tones than you. And even worse, they don't have a bunch of lip filler. I thought this was America. Call the police right now. Thanks for important journalism, Stacey. So we don't need real IDs to fly. Yeah, that is very true. How are these people being shipped over that like don't have IDs or whatever? Too many people of colour at the airport and Ashley/Karen had a meltdown. How do you know they are immigrants? This seems pretty... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It seems like racial profiling, because how are you supposed to know that these people are immigrants. It just doesn't make any sense to me. She's
Our-
like one of
our
those.
tax dollars aren't even supposed to go to airplanes. Like they're supposed to go to like roads and shit. Like
She's like one of those
construction.
one of those police dogs able to sniff a guy out from like 5 mile away. You're going up and sniffing these immigrants like, oh no, must be immigrants. I smell it. I smell immigrant on you. God, if someone said that to me, I'd punch them. We are so screwed. They are flying commercial on our dollar. Yeah, where was it that she? Or did she mention that they're flying?
She's flying from
Premium.
Phoenix. Yeah, she did. She did mention premium.
Yeah, apparently they're flying commercial. I don't know if that's true, but I assume so. No one stops it because if they were right, get this right. Why would the U.S. government pay when there are already so many trillions of dollars in debt? Why would they pay to like put people into the highest flights, the highest levels of flight? Well, if they wanted to ship so many people over, they just put them in the basic level flight. They wouldn't put them in like some exquisite, posh, premium flight. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Nick, show me something now. Airports are required by the federal government to be... We'll just say the fucking government. Why federal government? Airports are required by the government to be as self-sustaining as possible and receive little or no taxpayer support. Fair enough.
Which means that she's just fucking chatting shit.
They are not migrants. They are illegals.
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 They're illegals.
Ah, they are defined as the species illegal. That is a group of illegalists. We're all
Elon
just
Musk,
humans
citizen
residing in
journalist
particular
parody.
interchangeable economic zones. Yeah. We are paying for them to replace us as part of the Democrat Party platform. Abort our children, import hostile immigrants, disarm ourselves. What is that fucking brain dead meme?
It's like a political meme gone wrong.
There's so many levels of degeneracy. That's probably what the D stands for. It probably stands for degenerate. Because these are all degenerates. This should probably go
It
around.
stands for Bitcoin.
Honestly, if you follow this kind of stuff, you should get a tattoo on your head that has a big D for degenerate.
Democrat coin.
Oh, Democrat. Is that what it stands
Demo
for?
coin.
Don't start wars abroad. If you start wars abroad, you'll have refugees on your doorstep. It's that simple. That's kind of deep. That's kind of quite deep, that. The only reason why they come over is because they're being attacked in their own countries. Whiskey Tango. I hope they had a great flight. And I hope Delta pitches your suitcase into the Atlantic Ocean. I hope they pitch her into the Atlantic Ocean as well, so she can scream alongside the other sirens that rest there. Some are missing the point. When do we all get free flights? It's our money they are so casually spending. The rest of us little people.
They're not even using our tax dollars for airplanes.
The rest of us little people. What's that supposed to mean? The legal ones who follow the rules. What's the illegal ones are big people?
They're pretty big.
We have to actually pay when we want to use our airline to
I've
get from
seen
A to B.
See them, they're pretty big.
I mean, they're all missing the point that if these people were illegally migrating through, then how would they get through what you guys call that?
TSA?
TSA, that's it, yeah. How would they get through TSA if they're illegal? Like, if they're not supposed to be there, would they not just check their ID and be like... Or they check their ticket when it says, like, if it's a one-way ticket, for example, they question it. They'd be like, are you not planning on going back? And then they'd have to think of an excuse on the spot. They'd have to be like, what small talk can I pitch here? And then they'd have to think of something, and then it'd all go to shit because they won't be able to think of anything. How are they able to fly legally at TSA? Well, that's the thing. They're not illegal if they're legally able to fly.
Well, it's just people jumping on the bandwagon by just hearing what she's saying, and they're like, oh, she's right because she's saying the thing to me right now, and I'm on Twitter.
They're like, she's right because she has a blue tick that she paid for.
She's right because she's blue. They're all blue as well. They're all tick marks.
If I've got to get to the airport 2 hours early to be forcibly scanned and possibly strip searched, even though I have an ID, passport, social security card, credit history,
Maybe just don't have shit on you.
Yeah, maybe just don't carry a fucking gun into the airport or something. What? You don't get strip searched for nothing.
They do it if they have reasonable suspicion that you're
Yeah,
doing something.
and if
on
they
you.
don't have reasonable suspicion, then you can get a fat check from that.
They literally tell you to put all your belongings in the little like.
Yeah.
And
They
then,
They don't strip search you unless they genuinely believe that you've still got something on you.
and then they're like, "Oh, do you have any like?" They check like make sure you don't have anything else on you. And you go
Based
through a
Delta
big
implant.
scanner.
I was on the
Based
flight
Delta.
home from Phoenix recently, and there were a lot of migrants with cell phones and brand new clothes, papers, nothing
Very
else on my
strange.
same plane. Very strange. What, is it strange that a migrant could possibly be rich? Is that just not a possibility? These kind of people are so closeted, so shelled in their own little bubble their entire life. These are probably the people that say like, we should leave Africa to starve because it's not our country. We should focus on ourselves and completely forget the rest of the world exists. It's like that saying, you know, it's not there if I can't see it. Like, whoa, they can't see the rest of the world suffering, so it doesn't exist. Just doesn't happen. Hasn't loaded in yet. The fifth Virgo, I think you should mind your own business. Who's that? Is that
To the woman.
Oh, okay. Ask him how many are staying at his house. That's so racist. Mass invasion of a country is an act of war. A government failing to protect a country is an act of treason.
I think we're getting into like the shit comments now.
Buddy. Yeah.
That Delta went woke a while ago. Never mind.
This guy doesn't have an alarming name.
We got a good comment from Julia. American flag.
Delta went woke a while ago. About Delta. Our purpose is beyond flight. We have set clear goals of actively seeking diversity, boldly pursuing equity, and consciously promoting inclusion. In 2020, Delta committed to equity and being an anti-racist, anti-discrimination organisation. To achieve this goal, we are removing barriers, building equitable systems, and being transparent about our progress.
Trans people?
Oh no! Don't involve trans people into this. You'll have a
Woke.
whole new type of comment section. Well, that was your daily internet degeneracy, and I'm definitely gonna follow her to see if she. No, I'm not gonna follow her. Fuck that.
Yeah.
The only reason I'd follow her is to see if she posts any updates or if she posts any more degenerate shit. Which I'm hoping that she does. I'm like here being tip teased at potential degeneracy later on in time, and I can't say my stomach feels very full and satisfied with this conclusion, but that's about it. I'll see you when I see you, which will probably be sometime in the next few days if there's more degeneracy.